Cary Grant, the gentleman of Hollywood, a complete and emotional life story. In the golden age of Hollywood, where stars sparkled and screens glowed with elegance, one man stood out, not just for his impeccable style and on-screen charisma, but for the mysterious, almost unreal grace he carried. That man was Cary Grant. The suave English-American actor became the very definition of charm and sophistication in cinema. But behind the dazzling smile and perfectly tailored suits was a man who carried deep wounds, lost dreams, and a constant search for identity and love. Globe with Meridian's early life. A wounded beginning Cary Grant was born Archibald Alec Leach on January 18, 1904, in Bristol, England. His childhood was not one of glamour. It was marked by confusion and pain. When he was just 9 years old, his mother, Elsie, disappeared. Cary was told she had gone away on a long holiday. In truth, his father had committed her to a mental institution without telling him. Cary wouldn't learn the truth until he was 31 years old. This early emotional trauma shaped much of his life. Feeling abandoned and unwanted, he left school at 14 and joined a traveling acrobatic troupe. He learned how to perform, tumble, and entertain, skills that would later serve him well in Hollywood. Locomotive journey to America and reinvention in 1920. The troupe brought him to America, and young Archibald fell in love with the energy and possibilities of New York. He decided to stay, reinventing himself from the poor boy of Bristol to a man of the stage and screen. By the early 1930s, he had adopted a new name, Cary Grant. His good looks, transatlantic accent, and undeniable presence quickly caught the attention of Hollywood studios. He began landing roles opposite stars like Mae West, and soon his career soared. He became the romantic lead of countless films, known for his comic timing, grace, and effortless presence. Clapperboard stardom and signature roles. Cary Grant starred in some of the most iconic films of all time. Bringing Up Baby, The Philadelphia Story, Notorious, An Affair to Remember, and North by Northwest. He worked with great directors like Alfred Hitchcock and co-starred with screen legends such as Katharine Hepburn, Ingrid Bergman, and Grace Kelly. He was nominated twice for an Academy Award but never won a competitive Oscar. In 1970, however, he was given an honorary Oscar for his body of work and contribution to cinema. Broken heart love, loss, and loneliness. While he was adored on screen, Cary Grant's personal life was far more complex. He was married 5 times, each marriage ending in heartbreak. He struggled with trust, intimacy, and the long shadow of his childhood abandonment. He also became a father very late in life. His only daughter, Jennifer, was born when he was 62. Rumors and speculation about his sexuality followed him throughout his life, especially concerning his longtime roommate and friend Randolph Scott. Grant never addressed these rumors directly, choosing instead to remain an enigma, much like the characters he portrayed. He also experimented with LSD therapy under the care of a psychiatrist in the 1950s and 60s, claiming it helped him deal with the emotional scars from his childhood and marriages. Purple Heart a Father. Finally, in his later years, Cary Grant slowed down. He retired from acting in 1966 after Walk, Don't Run. His focus turned to business, personal growth, and most importantly, being a father. He adored his daughter Jennifer, and for the first time in his life, seemed at peace. He once said, "My life changed the day she was born. I finally knew what love was." Coffin final curtain call. On November 29, 1986, Cary Grant died of a stroke in Davenport, Iowa, where he had been preparing for a stage appearance. He was 82. Hollywood mourned the loss of one of its most elegant and iconic figures. Sparkles the legacy. Lives on. Cary Grant left behind a legacy not just of classic films, but of timeless elegance, restraint, and the mystery of a man who always seemed slightly out of reach. He showed the world that style and grace could be powerful, that vulnerability could be hidden beneath a smile, and that reinvention is possible, no matter where you begin. From the poor boy in Bristol to the silver screen's most enduring gentleman, Cary Grant's journey remains a story of pain, perseverance, and unforgettable charm.